Hey, and I think I am live if I can remember what I'm doing after being away for a few days. Let me refresh this and see what we got. Let's make sure the audio is there. Yeah, sounds good. And good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday night to you. It is the 11th of March 2021, and I hope all of you are having a wonderful Thursday. It feels like a Sunday to me. Hello, Shimei. Good to see you. Happy Thursday to the mean streets of Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Hello, Vern. MJ. Hello, Liz. And Ronnie, good evening to you. Yeah, I guess I clean up okay. You know, someone's princess. Thank you for your nice comments, honey. She always leaves the heart. Griffy Griff, what's up? How you doing? Shark Bait, what's up? Shark Bait. Tell you, Shark Bait. I was out there in 2017. First time I went deep sea fishing. Hello, McDave. Out on the Pacific, I guess it was November. It was cold, blustery, choppy, and we were out there on that party boat and saw a 21-foot great white shark take down a sea lion. And I have the video. I had the GoPro. It's not the best quality. Had to kind of zoom it a little bit, but you can definitely see the fins in the water and the blood there. It was an ugly day. Tattoo Crazy, how are you? Jay Money and Beep Beep, Charlie Brown. Hello, No Fear, just popping in for a bit. I appreciate that. No Fear, good to see you. Jamster Man, hello, Van the Man, and a lot of new names in here. Hello, Nikki. How are you? Penny Pincher, how are you? We will be coming up to the 5 minute mark. You will notice that Streamlabs will buffer a bit. Don't worry, just refresh your connection and it will do well. Hello, Joni. And what's up, Jay Love? I'd love to see that video. Yes, it is. You can just put Great White Shark in my search box. It's either here or on the Rosie Murphy channel, and you will see that was, you could have heard a pin drop on that boat. That captain had been on the water for 30 years, and he said that was about the sixth time he's seen a great white. I thought it was two of them. It was so massive. Only about the sixth time he'd seen a great white shark take down a sea lion there. So kind of crazy. What's up, American Dream 6.2? How are you? Hello, Cinnamon Hot Hot. And we've got my official mascot, the Quirky Girl, is in the chat tonight. How are ya? And Rio, and who else did I forget? Miss Kitty's in there, and Star Walker. How are you? Oh, ooh, I'll tell you, Def checking that out. Yeah, look at all of the fishing videos if you want to see what fishing is like on the party boat. I did not buy a new house. It's kind of disappointing when you do all that work and a tremendous amount of work. I guess we laid probably close to 200 linear feet of baseboard molding and a quarter round, and you leave there and you think to yourself, geez, wish that was my house, you know? Oh, yes, it does. Thank you, Timothy Martin. But I did not buy a new house. Yes, that's great, Liz. I'll try to get to the post office box tomorrow. Oh no, you're stick with a 24-hour stomach bug. Just put fishing in all of the boat we go out on is called the New Sea Angler, and under Captain Rick Powers. And it's funny, he always loves it when I do the cinematic videos and features of deep sea fishing. It's good promotion for him. I don't charge him anything. He doesn't offer me a discount, but that's fine. What's up, Dan? Uh-oh, big news. We got big news. Uh-oh, yeah, and I hope you feel better, Nikki Blue. Hey, Double Shot, what's going on? Sunny Girl, how you doing? There's my Sunny Girl. And yeah, I think tomorrow will be convenient. I want to focus. I've got to get my taxes filed, and I'm excited to get that out of the way. Uh-oh, Quirky Girl says something wonderful happened. You got married? You have a baby or a grandbaby? What? Something wonderful happened. Muskrat love. Yeah, we got my official channel mascot here, Quirky Girl, has some amazingly wonderful news. Jody, how you doing? My official thumbnailographer. Did you enjoy your few days off, Jody? I'm no star on here. I just occupy this seat. Canadian girlie, how you doing, beautiful? Yeah, tell us what happened. Tell us the news. Don't leave us hanging on tenterhooks here. Tell us what the news is. Yeah. Hey, Robert. Yeah, the Rosie girl cleans up. You're going to see some buffering here. Just refresh your connection. Okay. Hello, Cheryl. Good to see you again. I hope that you are well. Itchy and Scratchy will meet my 12 gauge. Isn't that nice to have an animal lover, Alan Gold, in the chat? That would threaten assault on a couple little innocent parakeets. Really, Alan Gold? Really? Twin Thang, how are you? We got a few things to, well, thank you, James. We got a few things to go over tonight. There's all kinds of rumblings. My phone's blowing up over the last couple days about a potential van build. I want to cover that off tonight. Honestly, I'm exhausted, guys, coming off that work. You wouldn't think it was a lot, but cumulatively, no matter how many hours you're putting in, when you're an old bat getting up and down off of that floor all day, it is something. Running out to the garage, cutting pieces, running them back in. Jody said, I missed you. I don't need a day off. Well, aren't you a sweetie pie? Hello, Dreamcatcher. See if I missed anybody else on there. Yeah, Alan Goal. I'll let this certain someone tell you. I think Quirky Girl has some love, huh? Quirky Girl, does it have to do with love? Love. Hello, Joey D. Exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you, and love won't hurt. Oh, Cheryl will tell me, huh? Cheryl's pretty tight-lipped. She doesn't share a lot with me. That's good. Well, I hope everybody's staying happy and healthy off there. Yeah, I'm exhausted. We got to talk about the potential van build tonight. I'm going to be really honest about that. Hold our horses. It's only temporary. There you go. Yeah, you're going to get the buffering. Just refresh your connection and it will come good. It's something with the Streamlabs system. I think I'm one of the last people to try to use Streamlabs for my bass uploading, and I've basically given up for 5 months on the mobile loading capability. It just doesn't seem to work. Thank you, Brad. Good to see you. The Love Boat. Hello, Jan and Bruce. Adams Van Adventures. Good to see you. Star is my bow. Ooh. Ooh. Love is in the air. There you go. Yes. Congrats. Congratulations, Star and Quirky. I think that is tremendous, and I love both of you dearly. Also, you will be buffering, as I said, MJ. Just refresh your connection at the 5-minute mark. As surely as the sun comes up in the east and sets in the west, at the 5-minute mark, for some reason, Streamlabs buffers on me. So congratulations to Quirky and Star Walker, two of my favorite people on the channel. A lot of stuff to go over tonight. I'm not going to make it a real long one. I am exhausted. I've just trying to tackle the mail that's come in. I'm just one of those people. What's up, Mayhem? When I get focused, hey Fetish, how are you? When I get focused on something, like the work I'm doing, the boss has to tell me, slow down, take a break, eat some lunch, we're knocking off for the day, things like that. I get my head in the game and I'm there 100%. I've never been a clock puncher, a clock watcher in my life. When there's something to do, I'm in it 100%. Okay, 100%. You go out to the big box stores these days or lumber yards, you look at the price of material. Yeah, it's pretty high. And you better keep your head in the game when you're cutting some material that costs about $40, $50 for an 8-foot stick. Yeah, you're talking about some expensive. expensive material. The boss went all out on buying the best stuff, so you better be damn careful. Will he dance at the wedding? Hey, Patricia. Well, I don't know if I'll dance at the wedding, Quirky, but I'm certainly happy for you. I think that that's wonderful. Star Walker's hyper focus. So I tend, as I said in my morning video, I tend to put the people first and then the YouTube. You know, I get up in the morning, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling, hey Amanda, I'm feeling good. Hi Linda. Hey Craig, how you doing? I don't know. He's just imitating. He's just, we'll get rid of this Craig here. We'll get rid of that one. Thank you. We'll wait for the real one to come in. Yeah, there's my other main channel. I get up in the morning and I have every intention. If you're coming in, thumbs up or appreciate it, guys. Please hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done so. I intend, well, after we're knocked off work today, I'm going to do a live stream. And I did manage to get one in this time at night and one in the morning, but it is tired. It's called Pergo. It's one of the upper, it's one. Like some kids screaming outside or something. It's one of the higher levels of Pergo because it's water resistant and you get some really nice finish on that. Thank you. You want to see me dance? Hi Vicky, how are you? It is a beautiful floor. Oh, you met here. Of course you did. Good to see you, Craig. Thank you. I appreciate that very, very, very much. And thumbs up are also very appreciated as we go on. But, you know, I'm not a spring chicken. Okay? And as much as I enjoy flashbacks to my days working construction and as a framing carpenter for a couple years in the late 70s, the bottom line is you cannot cheat Father Time. And I'll tell you, by about after eating, sitting down for an hour and relaxing, I'm done. I'm done, and it's going to take me a couple days to rest up here. I did come home. I had to cut the grass today. That had really gotten out of control. We had some rain and everything else. Quirky and Star Walker, that's so freaking cool. I love the river rock flowing. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how nice the flooring looked. It takes a lot of guts to. I'm not that gutsy a person. I'm extremely conservative when it comes to doing things. If you've seen my bathroom renovations, you can see I've put this 1 square inch tiles on the floor. There goes an ambulance. I heard. I don't know what the hell. I heard a scream out there. So they did it. They did a nice job picking out and then matching the colors, the shower curtain, and a lot of painting. Janet's had to come around all the molding and all the flooring we laid down. She's had to come back and do the, once we set the nails below surface, they have to be filled, and then she has to top paint that. Yeah. Got a lot of kids across the street, so I'm just making sure it's kids screaming and not somebody getting run through with a knife. Yeah, the river rock looked good. Oh, well, thank you, Sheila. Isn't that sweet? Thank you very much, honey. Hey, Dave. Thank you. Thank you, Star Walker. I guess I clean up pretty good. I look atrocious on those videos. I have those big googly safety glasses on and all that, but we pulled out the heavy artillery with the table stall, and you better believe when you have a blade that's whirling about 600, 800 RPM, yeah, you're going to be a little cautious with your eyesight and everything else. So I only lost one finger. Well, one finger in the process out there on that. You know what color carpet? I don't know what color carpet that they have picked out. I just know that next time I go back, that downstairs will be framed in and converted to a downstairs bedroom. TV area where the TV is sitting in the little family room, nice family room there with the pellet stove, will also be closed in, and there'll be a wall that they can put a bigger TV on. I am glad the boss. I mean, he worked a hell of a lot of years to earn himself a decent retirement, and I'm glad to see them do it. Moon River. So we'll see. I am tired, Carla. I'm not going to bullshit you. It's gonna take a couple days to pull out of this. Just because of the physical aspects of the work, and you don't see many people my age out there pounding away on, unless they're doing it as a side gig, doing carpentry, much less trim carpentry, which is a lot less forgiving than basic framing carpentry. Trim carpentry takes a lot of work, and then you get up to the higher specializations. You get people that do steps. Okay, steps take some mathematical ability. It also requires you to have a vision of how things are going to go together and how you're going to assemble something for the best look. And then at the highest part of it, because the materials are very expensive, you have the guys and gals that do crown molding on ceilings. That stuff runs $10 to $20 per foot for some of that stuff. Yeah, and you can't afford to make mistakes when you're installing that. I will get a good rest. Yeah, the boss is retired, and I'm happy for him. Very, very happy. I can't tell whether Quirky's joking around or not. I will get some rest. I've got an easy day tomorrow. I'm going to do taxes. And let's talk about the next thing. I've alerted Kev TV. I've been in contact with him today that my intention is to go down to LA on Tuesday, mainly because I have to stuff a little bit of work in Monday. And then Tuesday morning, bright and early, I should be on the road to LA. I should be in LA Tuesday through Sunday. Yeah, so I just have a great time with Kev. Going to try to do some more backstories of LA. I don't know if we'll probably pop across the border to Mexico and at least spend some time in TJ. Will I go live from TJ Tijuana? It's sketchy. It's sketchy. It's right on the border, but I don't know how they do it. But these cell phone companies do a great job of just stopping the signal almost at the border. And Verizon really let me down when I went to Canada and Mexico. Oh yeah, your stuff will work great. All your data will carry over. As soon as I cross the border into Canada, boom. Welcome to Rogers Communication. I'm like closed off like this. So this will probably be recorded video in TJ, which will be better quality anyway. So have fun. Yeah, thank you, Liz. I will definitely enjoy and get some rest. Hey, Amy, how are you? Hey, Nasira, nice to see you. I will definitely, hey, Flip Flops, I will definitely be getting some rest. I will definitely be looking forward to going down to LA. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Tipped $20 through Super Chat. I didn't even know. I don't even think my Super Chats were. I don't know. It's running through all these. I got no idea what's going on here. I don't think I even have. I don't think I even have Super Chat. Look at this stuff, guys. Look at this. This is YouTube at its finest. Okay, look at these things popping up. Hi, watch. I guess we're gonna go down the whole damn list of things. I don't know what's going. Hey, Bill Ellis, how are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? I don't know. All of this stuff is coming up on my super. That's what I'm telling you. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I got another. Let me see if I can shut off this alert box here. Hold on a minute. My goodness. Hold on a minute. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can disable that for a second. I mean, this is. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Let's see this. And I think we'll just remove that. Okay, remove the alert box. Okay, that should take. I got no idea what. I got no freaking idea what's going on. Okay, yeah, I don't have this. I've been disabled since March 1st. I got an initial thing from YouTube, blah, blah, blah. We're in a pandemic, but we're going to get to it as soon as we can. I got an update today. It may be as late as mid April. I have no idea. Okay, it's out of my control. It just seems like something weird, definitely weird, is going into Dottie, how you doing tonight? Cindy, got her digit. Anyone have WhatsApp? I don't really use WhatsApp. Yeah, I'm just saying hi, watch. Everybody's taking time off until we get that thing fixed, which is fine by me. Okay? It's a full moon. I don't know, man. It's just stuff is going crazy on here. Stuff is going absolutely nuts. Okay. LA, Tuesday. I turned off the alert box so we wouldn't be messing with that. Tuesday through Sunday should be good in time. I don't know if I probably will not be popping into uh, Vegas afterward. It's kind of tempting, but I've got some free. I got some mailer for some free rooms in Las Vegas in April, so I'll probably hold off until April and use that gift from there. Hey, Darlene, great job on the floor. Thank you, sweetie. Edmond, Oklahoma. That's awesome. I can't wait to get out to Oklahoma. Never mind my question. What was your question, McDave? It's a very busy side chat tonight. Hey, Mary. I'm doing well. I want to also give a shout out to Lucy Ball. Some of you may or may not know Lucy's been a fixture. Well, I think she's on. I don't know if she's drama per se. She's sometimes controversial, but a lot of times I find her humor very, very engaging. And she was kind enough to shout. I was actually listening to her hangout when I was doing some of the flooring work, and she was kind enough to shout me out. So, Lucy, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. And I enjoy the channel. So, and such. Yeah, good to see you too, Angus. Nice to see you. Hey, John, how are you? Good to see you. Golden Ear, we're not doing the WhatsApp in here, okay? All right. We're not doing promotional WhatsApp. They're not paying me to do WhatsApp. They're not paying me. Can't, they're not, I can't, I'm not earning anything on here. Hey, thank you, Lulu. Go to, no, I don't know what it is. YouTube acknowledged to me that they're having some problems. It seems to be something that happens every March 1st. So, I mean, I don't even care. Nothing surprises me on YouTube. I'm just happy to be here on the daily. So, yeah, no sponsoring. Yeah, I'm not doing any. I don't sponsor. I mean, listen to this thing I got today. Listen to this. Now, I get things as your channel gets larger, and I'm not one to to talk about views and channel size and subs like that. But there are companies out there that do keep an eye on um, YouTube, and they will contact creators and ask them to do videos to discuss their product, and they'll tell you either you can keep the products or just tell us what your fee would be to do to do a promotion on the channel. And I have, how you doing, Sugarcane? When are we getting married? Beer on ice. I've shied away from doing those promotional things because, quite frankly, there hasn't been a product that I considered that I wanted to get, but let me show you this one that came in today. All right. Let's see. Where is that one? This one's been after me. Sarah. We are here it is. The company, this gal. Hey Rosie, how it's going? Wanted to check back again. I haven't heard from you regarding my previous email. Our team at Loyal really wants you to collab with us on the launch of our campaign. Who are we? Loyalbody.com is the site. Is a collection of all natural wellness and mainly feminine hygiene products. Really? It's like, if you don't know me by now, see how well they do their homework. Can you imagine that, ladies? I'd like to discuss with you the latest in feminine hygiene products. What the hell? When you got nothing to do, check out the channel Curious Guys. Goes on and on about it while he's trying to sell you a car. He's brilliant and fun too. RSN, every March 1st, I seem to go through this. And hi, CJ, how you doing? It's the annual glitch that seems to occur. Earlier, the donos were showing up on the stream. I don't know what they acknowledged. They acknowledged that they've got a problem. But they also said, being as it's a pandemic and we're still not working from our offices, we're working from home, things that would normally take a short period of time are taking an extended time to fix. And I answered back, I said, I don't care how long it takes you to get it. Just fix it right this time. That's all I care about. Just fix it right. So, CJ, we'll get caught up. Just give me a couple days just to get sorted out and rested up. I got some things to do, and we'll get caught up. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not the ideal person to promote feminine hygiene products, but you get this stuff day in, day out, day in, day out. Okay. So yes, LA bound next Tuesday through Saturday. And yeah, and then leaving on Sunday. So if there's something that you're curious to see that you would like to see me, no guarantees, add to the repertoire of Los Angeles, let me know. I know I tend to do things that are spooky in nature, and but I like to really specialize in the little known history and things of LA. I think it makes great content. Yeah, what's wrong with masculine deodorant spray? Yeah, corn cobs were once used as toilet paper in outhouses. No wonder everybody in photographs and paintings from that era looks so pissed off all the time. They probably have flaming buttholes from using corn cobs, right? Unbelievable, unreal, real. Now, let's get to the next thing. As you guys know from once the fires were over, and fires seem to be an annual event here in this area of NorCal, to the point that I've already told you guys that I believe climatologically, seismologically, this is one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous area to live in, because if the wildfires don't get you, and we've lost thousands of homes over the last 3 years, if they don't get you, massive earthquakes have rendered this area to the ground multiple times over the last 110 years. Will it happen again? Well, we sit here on the Rogers Creek Fault, which is an offshoot of the San Andreas Fault, which runs this Rogers Creek Fault runs right down the middle of Santa Rosa. Dangerous area. Back in 2019, we had the fire scare. We just started doing the van build. I'm not going to mention the guy's name that was here on the Rancho. We started and really didn't get going till November because of the fire danger and things like that we were coping with. November, December, then the rains came in December. November, December, January. So really 3 months, 3 solid months to work on that van. Okay, 3 solid months of work on that van. Why does it take so long? Well, number one, trying to procure materials at a decent price. Number two, the van had to be gutted and taken right down to the floor, right down to the metal floor. A generator had to be removed. A covering for that generator had to be engineered that would look good from the outside and look like it was factory on that. Pretty tall order to do. A lot of bull work. All kinds of bacteriologically hazardous, virologically hazardous material had to be removed from that van. There had been an intrusive water leak that had come into that van for years and not addressed. Okay. I cannot overstate the magnitude of the problems that came with that van and the engineering that had to be done to accomplish what was done on basically like a $1,500 budget, including a $150 converter box and all the materials, all the seating, everything else, all the electronic switches, the LED lighting, the new LED lighting, the countertops in there. It was a tremendous amount of work to do that. Do I regret doing that? Only, you know, I enjoyed, and I've had some backlash about, some, a couple people that have been consistent dislikers of me through the years have weighed in on things. But you try doing that type of work with a limited budget like that and reusing materials and re finishing and redoing the kitchen, uh, the sink stand, and the propane stove. Hey, Brian, the propane stove. All that stuff had to be done. That stand, the underneath of the whole refrigerator was held up by one tiny piece of a 2x4 that was not rotted at that point in time. Another couple months and that refrigerator would have fallen into the inside of the van because there was no support inside of it. Had to frame in place and build a new stand for the refrigerator. Had to take, because the wish was to have a bed in the back, was to now engineer and design a way to put that bed horizontal in the back, shift the water tank and all of the plumbing to accomplish that, new water pump, and open up the area where the generator bay used to be and the generator sat. Take that existing framework for that jackknife sofa bed and convert that same frame into a dinette. Let me tell you, it's a hell of a lot of work. It's a hell of a lot of thought that goes into that. You're taking, not to mention, putting Rust-Oleum and anti-rust agent on the whole bottom of that van in the back. And then installing 3/4 inch plywood on top of that. And eventually overtopping that with coin flooring. And having to cut that in carefully and knowing that that's an expensive piece of material. That was a lot of work that went. New panels had to be fitted in. The old shroud for the window had to be saved. The existing shroud had to be fiberglassed, repaired, filled, painted. And you're talking about a lot of work. A table had to be fit in there. that was a lot of work. Now, I enjoyed the challenge of doing that work. Okay. I'm not getting into personalities. This is not about, the person whose van it is, because basically in February of that year, I wrote that person out of my life. February 20, I don't even know when it was, 2019 or whatever, 20. I wrote that person in 2020. I wrote that person out of my life forever. So that's not the issue. That's gone. I just wanted to cut all ties and be done with that person forever. But the bottom line is that the workload was a lot. Now, I heard not directly from Chris Rich Life of Road Trips that there was some discussion, and my phone was blowing up about buying a van and having it fitted out and having a van build out on that. Now, I got to think to myself a couple things in regards to this. Number one is I didn't even take time to really build out my ProMaster. All I did was take a 4 by 8 sheet of wood, put some 2 by 12 stringers underneath of that, raise up the platform for under storage, and just have a sleeping area on top of that. Okay. I'm now at the point where I would like I'd like to have a van of my own, right? I don't see my future long term as being in the ProMaster because number one, I can't really super comfortably boondock in it. I don't want to pay fees if I don't have to be part of a gym that's been closed for most of the year, Planet Fitness. It'd be nice to have a facility where you can tend to, get yourself cleaned up a little bit, have a little more comfort, a little more insulation inside of it, and a little more quietness of it would be a wonderful thing. So now I have to weigh that off, and now something else is entered into the equation too. Because of the video series that I've put up, and because I do have the renovation videos of converting the Shine Shack from a dump to a really nice thing, converting a bathroom from a bathtub to a barrier-free shower, gutting this house down to the studs, and totally redoing it. People understand that I can probably a person that can get the job done for them. So now I have a flow of people that I don't want to say they've twisted my arm, but I'm a very accommodating person. And looking forward now, especially in the way of some electrical stuff and things like that, I've got a few other projects that are going to be coming up over the next 6 months. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking about that, and I'm also weighing that off against the fact that I'd like to get a conversion van myself and get that fitted out. And another consideration is, do I have the physical strength or mental drive to do another van build out? A couple of alternatives come into place. 2021, down at Quartzsite with the RTR, you know, um, Bob, whatever the hell his name is, that the big off the grid guy. I can't think of what the hell his name is. They may bring it back this year. I don't know. But for a couple of years, they did. Thank you, David. They did some van builds out there for people. You may want to apply through, and I know they'll probably be doing this again. They pick a certain number of people. Bob Wells, thank you. Bob Wells, thank you, P2E. They do a certain number of van build outs every year, and they donate their labor and their skills to do that. That's one possibility. The other thing is my time frame to take on a job like that, if I would choose to do that, would be no earlier than the fall of 2021. Why is that? I guess this is where I'm going to strike a selfish note. I really thought that I would be fully retired in 2020, okay, and then this and be able to hit the road. And then the pandemic hit. People were bailing out of hospital. I don't care whether they were people that were mopping floors or frontline healthcare workers right there working with COVID-19 patients. People were bailing out of hospitals left and right. Okay? Because COVID-19 was the great unknown. In the early days of the pandemic, nurses and doctors were being taken out, and a pretty frightening statistic of things that were going on. So I got, at that point in time, probably by about April, May, I kind of got guilted into coming back to work on a part-time 1099, not a direct hire, 1099 contract work over the course of that time. That totally, it was a game changer for me. Do I enjoy having the extra income? Of course I do. But the point is, and those of you who saw the movie It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart, probably one of my favorite movies of all time, if not my most favorite, will know that the basic storyline is a simple guy grows up in a simple town and has very big dreams of traveling the world and getting the hell out of his town. Okay. But you know what happens every time he thinks he's getting close to that, right? Brother's getting married. Brother's got to go off to college. Okay, got to help pay for that. The building and loan, the old man dies. Right, George, the only way we're going to keep this building and loan open is if you stay on as the managing partner. Stymied again, right? Then before you know it, brother goes off after college. His brother comes home, does his stint in the Air Force or whatever the hell he was in, and then decides he's going to get married. The plan was that George, the main character of our movie, played by Jimmy Stewart, was then supposed to go off to college, and his brother was to help out at home and do that. Well, didn't happen that way. Sometimes I feel like that's my life. As much as I want to be out on the open road, there's always something that comes along, and there's always something else to be done. So this is a long way of saying I don't know if I would take on a project like that again. When you think about even starting with a van that doesn't have all of the horrific problems and engineering issues that the last van to be tackled, you do have the issue of cabinets, walls, flooring. Is there going to be plumbing inside? You're going to have to provision for solar power. You're going to need to mount inverters. Or you're going to have to build battery boxes. You guys can see the flow of things that this entails, right? In the other van, the van build of the last van, I had to put basically had to basically build myself a whole new wiring harness to go into that van with all new, the new 12-volt distribution panel and all new upgrades for panel control and for USB outlets. There were a lot of things to be done. I'm not sure if I really want to take. I'm not sure if I really am in a position to take that on. Plus, as I voiced before, my opinion is that um, I don't know if gas prices are going to be going down. Okay, as I started to go live tonight, checking in on West Texas Intermediate crude, a barrel's coming in around 65 bucks a barrel. Okay, you get up around 70 bucks, and real bad stuff starts to happen in the travel world, especially in the RVing world. And you're going to see a hell of a lot of RVs if we broach $70. Even now, to fill up in California, you're damn close to $4 a gallon. And if you have to fill up a 50-gallon tanks, a 20 and a 30, 50 gallons times four, let's do the math. You're talking about $200 every time you fill up. Okay? And you're only going to get about, even with the modern engines and the lighter construction and all that, you're going to be really looking at about 15 miles to the gallon by the time you get all of the weight issue around that. So, okay, it's on the road with Miss Rosie, baking cookies and listening. Yeah. Who knows where the ceiling of gas is? I don't know. You know, I think on Sunday we had an attack, a terror cell within Saudi Arabia mounted an attack on a major oil installation in Saudi Arabia. A lot of our oil comes out of that region. Okay, I don't see the terrorism threat diminishing coming up. Okay, and now we have an administration, and I'm a very apolitical person. We have an administration that is environmentally more, um, I want to choose my words carefully, more proactive in terms of environmental issues, more proactive about preservation of lands, of federal lands, right of ways. Hence, the Keystone Pipeline project was halted. Okay, so who knows what the future of oil prices are going to be? The one thing I can tell you, the um, the forces of drill baby drill are going to be muted for probably the next 4 years at least, barring some national catastrophe that becomes um, just becomes a point where you need the fuel, you need the oil, no matter what. What's next? An electronic van? There will be electric vans coming in, but the load of batteries that you have to carry to really make that happen, and I'm sure some RV dealers have these in the works, but they're going to be hideously expensive. True, you don't need a transmission. It's a direct drive from the engine, regulated by the amount of electricity flowing to the engine. But, you know, I can tell you what, they're not going to be cheap. Plus, with how you doing, Eddie? Plus, with the amount, hey, how you doing, Miss Pidwina? Worked at Saudi Aramco, and that missile landed 7 kilometers from his house. My God, Miss Pidwina, thank God your husband was not taken out in that attack. Electric vans and things that can run like that, yeah, they could be a possibility. Hear that screaming outside, but they're not going to. Are they going to be affordable? No, because the amount of lithium is very finite. There's certain rare earth elements that China and the U.S. are now scrambling to secure rare earths. It's not a simple deal. Hey, how you doing, Weapon? Thank you. Tesla's acceleration is incredible. It's all torque. There is no transmission to gear through. So you have, when you flow the power, you get instantaneous, no lag, instantaneous torque. Okay, but the price of that is very expensive batteries. Will there become a trade-off on that? I don't know. So I guess what I'm trying to say, guys, is I'm not really sure A, if I'm physically able to do another build. B, I mean there are plans to do that. Got to have the budget to build that out. I will no longer work with a restrained budget. I'm not, I did my very best to recycle what materials could be saved and reused to the point of when things were being deconstructed. Oh, don't tear that. Be careful how you remove that. We can reuse that panel and cut that panel. And we did a lot of that stuff to try to save the cost of it. I think if you're gonna build out a van with really first class materials and stuff like that, you're looking probably for high quality. You're looking probably $5,000 to $10,000, something like that. Okay, and that may or may not include solar on the roof, a solar system. Speaking of electrics, look up what a WEPIT is. Okay, and there's no way the country will be able to generate to charge the electro that's dreaming of. Yeah, so I don't have social. I only rely on the radio. There's quirkies. I'm just an older MILF. Gravity's the most renewable, and it's used for cuckoo clocks. Well, remember, you know, the laws of energy conservation and all that. So I don't know. I'll have to talk to Chris, but I know one thing. I know one thing that I don't really have to even think about it, except that people have been questioning me and contacting me about that. I don't really have to think about that until such time as a decision on a vehicle has been made. Have I offered input on that vehicle? Yes. Would I tell somebody what they should or should not buy? No. But when asked, I offer my thoughts on that. And I say that like a conversion van or something like that, even a minivan is still a very nice travel vehicle with good mileage and all that. See. Yeah, there's a lot. I'm sure there'll be high energy prices create their own solutions, right? And this may be the goal of the Biden administration. I don't know. To crack down once and for all and drive towards a world without hydrocarbon emissions as much as possible. I don't know. One way to make sure that happens, and it may not be the most palatable way, it may not be the most popular way, because God knows we enjoy our cheap gasoline in this nation, may be to let oil prices go so high that we start to force engineering, innovation, creativity, and out of that high cost of oil comes whole new industries that we may not even be able to imagine yet. And therein might be the goal of this administration, to force that to a head once and for all. I know in California, they talked about, thank you, Rick. I know in California they've talked about 2035, that after 2035, I believe is the date that there will not be any gasoline or diesel. I don't know if diesels will be exempted, but no more gasoline powered vehicles, at least in the way of passenger cars. Okay. It's another way, maybe not the best way, but because California is such a huge driver of the car market, it's going to have an impact. And basically, it's telling those car companies you have X number of years to be creative and make that happen. Uh, yeah. Yes, I did get my second vaccine on January 21st, I believe it was. Had a kind of a difficult week, but pretty good now. The pipeline, like the wall, is only being delayed, not torn. I just got to wait a bit longer. I mean, I don't know. No fear. Could be not. I don't know. I know that there's an administration in power now that has very definite ideas about energy policy, about social policy, about renewable energy, and all that. So I don't know I don't know what it'll be, but I do know that high gas prices will drive innovation and make things technically more feasible and more affordable out there. So we shall see. So I guess I don't know what's going to happen. But I did want to put it out there because a lot of people have asked me, and a lot of people are curious. Oh, you're gonna, Chris had mentioned that he might come out to California and do a van build. But I just want to put it out there. Number one, we don't know what's going to be purchased. I won't be a part of the input process on what's purchased. I always veer on the side of being conservative with your money and thinking about operational costs, trying to get something decent. If you're a person that puts down a lot of miles like he does, then you really have to think about the cost of travel is going to be very high. Plus, you don't really know, post accident what the effect of going forward in insurance rates and things like that are going to be to have the same coverage. So, it's going to be a wait and see thing. Let's see. Catherine says it will have a terrible effect on California agriculture. What would I do without Rosie? Not too bad there, Liz. Last time I rode a bike, she was called the town pump. Well, weapon, that's a hell of a thought, you know. No fear says our political leanings are like a pendulum, always swaying this way than that. That's right, no fear. It's exactly the way it is. We have politics of division now. I've said over many years here that when I was much younger and got my first taste of politics and double majored in philosophy and political science, I studied political science extensively. And the thing that amazed me most until about 20 years ago was how well parties could give and take and find middle ground of compromise. Now I fear, since the perception amongst the Democrat Party is that the pendulum has swung too far to the right. Yes, as you say, no fear, the natural tendency will be to swing to the left. How far will it go? I don't know. I don't know. But I know that it's going to take money, and we better have the economic engine to support that stuff. Uh, hey Mew, how are you? I was wondering where you were. So, anybody have any questions on that, or did I pretty well cover that off? The idea of the van build. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna prioritize. I'm gonna do a few more projects coming up from some other people. They may or may not want want them on YouTube. I don't know. But then I'm certainly going to address my own desire to have a conversion van, and I'm not going to rush that because, in my opinion, if prices continue to move higher, the price of RVs will start to go down. The demand for RVs will go down. There'll be a lot of RVs parked on the side of the road with for sale signs. But we can't know really what the future is going to be. At what point is that going to happen? It's probably starting to happen now. Let's just say you have 200-gallon tanks on your RV, which some of the big Class A's hold 100, 200 gallons. You're looking at three to $600 to fill up now, brother. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Let's see. Weapons said our politics here in Canada don't hold a candle to the excitement of the U.S. system. What system, man? What system? Our system is everybody's flying by the seat of their pants, right? Uh, Craig says, Rosie, did you ever think about snooping around and seeing how much truck campers are rather than go to all the trouble being that you're working also? Um, I'm interested in a truck camper combo. Uh, my concern would be making sure the truck part is good and that there hasn't been any catastrophic leaks in the camper part of that. Also, Craig, stuff is really high dollar right now out there. Really high dollar. Even pieces of junk are going for just hair raising prices out there, and stuff that has a lot of issues to it. That people have been taking advantage of this market and putting a lot of the junk from their yard out there for sale, and people are buying it up. Germany has free health care and free school. Sign me up. Sign me up for some. Sign me up. Neil Fear says future stationary RV and R parks in the middle of nowhere. The problem is, no fear, that getting getting permission today. Number one, let's think about a couple things about RVing. Most people that have RVs, they don't want to just drive out into the middle of, say Kansas or the middle of Texas or the middle of somewhere. They like to be in an area where they have a decent selection of groceries. Older people tend to have RVs and things, nicer RVs. They like to be in proximity to hospitals. They like to be in proximity to decent restaurant selections and things like that, which generally means RV parks in suburban or rural outskirts of cities. The San Diegos, the Miamis, the Tampas, etc., the Jacksonvilles, etc., down in Panama City down there, all along the Gulf Coast. The problem is, think of how difficult it is these days to to get an RV park or a proposed one passed through zoning boards and things like that, because when you go to a zoning board hearing of proposed RV parks, usually people's hair will stand on end, right? When they hear the idea, the board of supervisor, one will fall out of their chair one way, the other one. Why? Because they're thinking of Friday and Saturday night at the RV park. Wild West. So to my way of thinking, there's a limitation on the RV park expansion and the number of places that you can have. And as you say, if gas prices are high, people are going to chase a pretty finite number of RV spots in places like San Diego, which are desirable. And now in places like RV parks in San Diego, you pay less to stay in some of the second line hotels than you do to be parked at an RV park. They have put these prices so high. Go look up some of these RV park prices for being there during the desirable times. They're pretty damn high. Let's see, Computer Chick, how you doing, honey? Hey, Rosie, come to Missouri. We can choose to Travis concert July 24th barbecue festival. That sounds like fun. So, I've been alarmed at the price of just for parking an RV, the monthly fees, the lot fees, and things that are being charged on that. They just proposed a new one in my city. Well, High Watch, your city kind of has a distinction of maybe there's, because you're in a desert kind of area, and they want to attract that kind of um, the RV people to come in to spend money. It might be a different. It's already a very touristy kind of place, so it might be a little easier to sell when you can put it outside, like in a desert or something like that. Let's see, Wanderlust Estate, James's RV holds approximately 60 gallons. It costs him 178 to fill it up. Here, Chimay, yeah, it would cost about 100. It would cost about $240 to fill that up in California. Yeah. Hey Ashley, greetings from Las Vegas. So I bought my lot in an RV park and paid. Well, that's good. You bought your lot. That was great. That was excellent. That was great. Look, oh well, thank you, Glenda. Have you seen the movie Nomadland? I have not seen it yet. I plan to see it. Definitely, I definitely plan to see that. So we'll see what happens. Okay, more RVs will be parked, I think, coming up. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, houses are selling like crazy because interest rates are still relatively low in that regard. How long will that continue? We'll see. We'll see. I say get while the getting's good on that. I don't know. So we'll see. I love Canada. Weapon. It's one of my Canadians are probably my favorite. It doesn't even feel like a it doesn't even feel like a foreign country, and I think you can pretty much travel the globe and you won't find anybody that says anything negative about Canada or Canadians, which is a pretty sweet spot to be in. Beautiful, big, diverse, great friendly people, excellent cities, excellent food scene. It's outstanding, Canada. I downloaded Nomad Land off of Torrent and watched it. Okay. Um, all right, I watch. Hope that doesn't get me struck on YouTube. Just picked up some Dutch Brothers and thought of you. Well, thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Every time I go through the Dutch Brothers drive-through, yeah, I think of Chimay, my wonderful Chimay and her gift card, and another gal, Risa, was kind enough to give me one too. No cleavage tonight, Al. You're just in there. It's my peasant's hat. Yes, I know Pansy. Yes, I do, Quirky. Do I know her? No, I've not been on a hangout with her before. I assume you're talking about Pansy Gronsky. I have heard her on panels before. I think that she's an interesting person. I don't really know her that well, so but I have heard her on the hangout. Oh, well, thank you, EJ. Sometimes less is more. Quirky girl, I think you mean sometimes more is more. Well, that's kind of debatable at bikini season, but we'll see. Hey, Jen, how are you? So, any questions on any of that, or anything that you heard, or you want to fact check in the way of van builds or things like that? Just feel free to ask. I just wanted to be honest with you guys physically and in every other way. I hate to say that it might be a little bit of time for a little bit of selfishness. I just, there's things I want to do and the clock is ticking. And maybe 7 more years, 8 more years, I'm not going to really feel like traveling. I'm going to feel like being stationary and, you know, God willing, and my health holds up, that'll open up new opportunities for other pursuits. But at the time being, these are supposed to be my golden times here to go out there and pursue my dreams. So, um, as I've always said, nothing wrong with hard work and being a worker and putting your years in. You got that yeah, I'm gonna take some time, computer chick, and thank you. Um, the other thing I want to talk about, and I'm just going to touch on this lightly. I'll do a whole video on this. I would like to prepare. I don't know. It'll probably debut in maybe June or something like that. I'm not sure. I would kind of like to develop a merch line. So with just a few, I don't want to go crazy and have things across a whole friggin' line of. I don't like that idea. But I'm not a graphic artist, so I'm probably going to, if you are a graphic artist, I'll probably be willing to pay, look at a few things on spec, and then fork over some money for somebody to create, uh, some graphics for some merch and stuff like that. And let people be a little, anybody that wants to take on that challenge and be a little creative, I would definitely pay for their time and talent to do that. Okay, and I think that that's the way it should be. I like to reward people and compensate people for what they do. I try to with my moderators. They understand now, and I'm in downtime in terms of money on YouTube. But I do believe in giving back and sharing with those who make it possible here. So if you're a person that is creative, I would certainly like to have a Space Girl, you know, mug. I'd like to have some fresh, rosy thing. So if you're creative, I'm not. I'm not. You want me to pull out my thing about the Thanksgiving turkey for sale thing with the hands for turkey feathers, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. All right. I have zero, zero. I have an extremely high degree of technical ability and a great degree of working with my hands and being very intuitive and very inductive in my reasoning of how to solve technical issues. But I'm not the least bit creative when it comes to the artistic side. Yeah, I think, Al, I'm going to target that. I'm not in any rush to do that, but I would like to flow some designs out, have something that people would enjoy, not to just put, just I don't want to put just something out there, you know, um, just something that people would enjoy that might put a smile on their face, and you know. So if that's you, I know that Computer Chick has been hailed by many people for doing design work, and I'd like to redo the gateway banner for the channel. There's a lot of things that I would like to do. Yeah, look at Craig. Leave the turkey behind the Motorola. That's exactly right. Yeah, rosy apron. Yeah, something like that. So I got my rosy apron right here. Isn't that amazing? Okay, take care. No fear. Thanks for weighing in on the conversation. Yeah, that would go great on a t-shirt. So if you're interested in that, okay. Um, yeah, Computer Chick, let me know. Like I say, my creativity, yeah, you and me, Sharon, we're beautiful together. Your stick people meet my stick people, and your stick people like my stick people. And the world gets together, together, the stick people. Good night, Quirky. Yeah, get some rosy mace. Yeah, yeah. Well, that might be. I mean, many's the time I've appreciated carrying my pepper bomb with me. Thank God I've never had to deploy it. Yeah, the spitter renovation. How you doing, Sean? Good to catch up with you. It's great to see you. I hope you're doing well. Did you ever end up? Um, I know you were at the paralysis of analysis when it came to your truck. Did you ever end up getting your truck? I'm curious about that. So, yeah, if you're a person that can do some design work, I'm willing to definitely pay and pay well to get them things done and give you definite credit, and at least as the designer somewhere. And I'd be glad to have that. I would be really glad to have it. Be legit and send a sample. I see lots of court shows. Um, Send a sample. What does that mean? Court shows? Am I going to court? Am I being sued, Liz? Not going to court. Oh, you're still in a mind fudge. Okay. Maybe the price of gas will be convincing to you too, Sean, these days. I don't know. Well, thank you, someone's princess. You're wonderful. She leaves hearts and nice comment. I've really noticed you. Thank you, someone's princess. And for all of you who have commented on the um, construction videos, as I said this morning, I got some blowback from the people. A few people on sub. Look, if your life is just construction videos and renovation videos and all that, blah, blah, I don't want to be a part of. Hey, it's my life. It's my life, right? And that's what I do on YouTube is broadcast my life as much on a daily basis as possible. And if that's what's coming down the pike, that's what's coming down the pike. And I think the old saying, somebody said you can't please everybody all the time. So I got to please my friends, and that's the important thing. The finance, yeah, finance. Well, you wouldn't be worse than anything else. Yeah, if you have design work or something like that, Cheryl has posted my Gmail. Just let me know. Okay, like I said, I don't have any creativity to me. Boobs on the move, chooching and caffeine coffee with Rosie in the backdrop. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. Well, it happens, Liz. Hey, Riley. See, I have what's called a variety channel. I don't come on and am segmented about the RV and nomad life. I'm not segregated to just food reviews or coin collecting or silver searching and rolls or metal detecting. I'm born on the solar equinox, Gemini Cancer. I got three beings in my head, right? And they want to do everything in the world. That's my problem. I have a lot of interest. And I think at times, in moonshining, and at times it's not going to appeal to everybody. But the people that have been here long term understand it. Like the weather, it changes a lot. You never know what's going to be coming up. Well, thank you, Weapon. I appreciate that. Hey, Glitter, how you doing, sweetie pie? I tried 2 times the one with the boss mod. It keeps getting deleted. I wonder who took. I can't imagine you're blocked, Jen. But from comment, do you think YouTube's removing? I don't know. I've heard all of these complaints about Google moderator teams removing things. There's people having comments and videos being removed now. Variety chat, just keep it white. Yeah, I heard that, computer chick. So make sure you sub up to computer chick, and I'll have to do that myself. So that would be awesome to do. So just if you Gmail me or something, just send your channel. She can link it in the side too. I don't know. I don't know, Jen. I'm live earlier tonight and it's like the super chat's gone off on the Streamlabs and it's just firing up all these donations. I got no idea what's going on. But it's getting, I don't know if stuff is getting out of control down there or what's going on, but I'm used to it. I've heard people continuously the last 2 weeks talk about comments removed on videos and inability to comment on a video, which I can't understand, and comments being removed from side chat. It's probably not going to happen on this live stream. There's people kind of know the deal here that we don't curse. We really don't do drama. We just talk about subjects of the day and what's going on. Well, thank you, Dave. I'm getting a new bike. I'm not sure, 26 Mountain. I can't wait. That'd be nice, EJ. That makes me excited. Yeah. I hate that word, fans. Oh, God. Man, hold thy ego in check. Fans. How about friends? Right? How about subscribers? Fan sounds like they're just drooling on the counter, and drooling at the front of the stage I mean, my God. How freaking embarrassing, right? Jeez. It's Rosie. It's Rosie! The super chat had to mind its phone tonight. Just blasted. Yeah, there you go. Cheryl's not a fan. That's what I'm saying. And you know, I have friends. I have people that I've met here. Many people I've met here on YouTube, probably more than anybody else. Certainly on the Boyd, and I hope to expand that dramatically coming up too. So, new girlfriend. I know my son's happy finally his live stream for Streamlabs. He's a gamer. You know, I'm computer chick. The problem with Streamlabs mobile is now you push to go live and it doesn't get you out of the uh, unlisted mode for some reason. It doesn't put you public on it. My friend Nicole has been working with, she's got a ticket in with Streamlabs. I don't think that she's heard back on that yet. So Cav TV had the same issue with Streamlabs on his Samsung. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm your biggest fan. Can you give me some relation? Ow. You have some trollers. You guys know what I'm saying now. It's like how do I put this in a proper way that makes that it there's you know there's the the Brad Pitts, right? The Tom Cruises, the Oprah Winfrey's, right? The royal families. Okay. I mean that's big crowds, right? Then there's sports, right? Then you come into the world of social media. Shit, man, you got people on Instagram with millions of followers, social influencers, people like that. Then you get down to YouTube. This is the boy. Right? This is the boy. This is the land of window lickers and, you know, okay. This is not a place for a fan base. Yeah, thumbs up appreciated. Yeah, so thumbs up appreciated, guys. If you've enjoyed the chat, get sober now. His career is done. There's probably something to be said. I mean, when I'm look at Errol Flynn, Judy Garland. Um, I don't know as far back as 1920. How many people showed up smashed and worked on movies and bombed out of their mind? Directors, Alfred Hitchcock, everybody. Getting exercise is good. Yeah, I mean that's it, Susan. Right? I mean, this is YouTube. This is small change, and I mean it's ain't none of us ever going to be walking the red carpet. Damn it, right? Do 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 do. Miss Rosie O'Kelly. Do 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 do. What a day. Glitter says, I love the boy. That's why I love the boy too. I've never been a boy denier. Never been a boy denier. Okay, never have I ever turned my back on the boy. Because for me, the boy has some of the most interesting and colorful characters that there are on the screen. And I love that. And I absolutely love that. Yeah, good writers when they get sober, they couldn't write it. Yeah, I mean, it's just like drink fueled Hollywood. And then in the 70s, drugs started to take over, and it probably peaked out with, coke parties in the 80s and 90s and all that. So it is. Woo! That's entertainment. I mean, it's my home. It's a place I like to be. Do I get involved in all of the stuff that's going on? No, some stuff is I just try to mind my own beeswax. I think my life is interesting enough as it is that I don't have to comment around and do a lot of that. Twitch is making it hard, small, allowing the trolls to cancel a sub. Yeah, I mean, I looked at Twitch and I look at OnlyFans and things like that. And I mean, it can be fun, but I put personal limits on that kind of thing. But yeah, people are getting booted on and off of Twitch, and it's just it's for me. I'm just all in here, and then I just post up maybe once a week or so a picture on Instagram or something like that. Oh, Punky, how are you? What's going on? How are you? Thank you. Yeah, at the end of the day, health has to be number one. Exactly. And the older you get, the more cognizant of that you become. That you want to make it count, right? And you don't want to waste your time engaged in, toing and froing and drama that never has any winning outcome and things like that. So, plus, I think your guys' lives are interesting too. I mean, there's always people in my side chat starting new relationships and people having kids born, grandkids, and I feel like I'm involved in like Missy, aka with her dad having contracted COVID-19, and Cheryl having to endure the loss of a beloved brother and being in lockdown for basically a year. And I mean, there's a lot of, you get invested in people's lives on here for sure. For definitely, sure. You have a good night too, EJ. That's right, Weapon 58 and it's full steam ahead. Just don't slow down. Just keep going. They have a cure for the aches and pains. I just pop a couple Tylenol and I'm okay. The only thing that gets me is when I'm down constantly, and this is going to sound dirty, I'm on my knees all day, right? And my head is down, and I get that, that pain in the neck from just constantly supporting your head being down and pounding away and getting down and looking at angles and looking and making sure that things are correct and all that. So. Yeah, Cheryl, I think about that often. So please think about Missy, aka, besides all the other health issues her dad's been battling, to now take on COVID-19 is just, I don't really know how Missy deals with it, but she does. She's an amazing person. Once again, as I said at the beginning, shout out to Lucy Ball. Thank you for the shout out for me on your channel. I enjoy your parodies. I enjoy your imitations, and just the flow. You're another person that I think makes life interesting here on YouTube. She was very gracious. She said some very gracious things about me, which I appreciated. She's personally communicated to me, which I definitely appreciated. And she's more of the spice of what makes YouTube. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but more of the spice that makes YouTube so watchable. Yeah, prayers for Larry, for Missy's dad, and whoever else is dealing with issues out here. Get real pain in the ass. It's called the actual. Yeah. Yep. And that's what makes us kind of tight over here. Is I think we do have compassion for other people, and we have a spirit of generosity and support. And we may never get to the top. We may never be that shooting star. But damn, if we don't go to sleep at night feeling pretty damn good about our days, about the legacy that we may leave on YouTube, the legacy of friendships, the legacy of being non-combatants and seeking out a place where we can just have some intelligent conversation, drama-free, and talk about some of the events of the day. Talk about things that are coming up in your life, things in my life, and sharing ideas. You know how much helpful information I've gotten from my side chat. People have sent me creams to use for pain. People have had ideas. Sent me everything from Tiger Balm to willow willow bark bomb. I mean, it's so amazing the things, coffees, and just the things that you guys have showed me. The links and the things I've learned from you have been amazing. Yep, just as we share. That's right, Sharon. And don't think I didn't think about you, Sharon. Every day I'm using my thermos on the job there and getting my cup of coffee. It's a nice thing. Eggs and too much is a recipe good at. Yeah, exactly, Al. A professional athlete's life after a contact sport like football is, yeah, aches and pains. Blessings to you all. I'm going to go ahead. It's been an hour and a half. I'm going to tell you I'm pretty tired tonight, but I've had a very stimulating chat with you guys. I hope I've shed some light on what a van build encompasses. Not a gut and rebuild, but a van build, and why something like that is not a decision to be undertaken lightly. Didn't even touch on aspects of safety and fire risks, and it's a lot of things going on, a lot of responsibility for that. Thank goodness about Friday. I will be out doing something tomorrow evening, even if it's going locally. I got some shit I got to do here on the Rancho. I'm going to try to get my taxes done, but I think we'll go out and do at least get a couple burgers, maybe do some little bit of chooching first, and we will have a lot of fun as we usually do. Shemay, thank you. Jody, my official YouTube thumbnailographer, good to see you. Thank you, Cheryl, Jen, all of my moderators out there. Be safe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please consider doing so. Thank you.